What we're looking at here is a wood window that is set back in a stucco wall, and it's an older casement window with hinges. And if you install a window like this, you will need to make sure that there is enough reveal around the window, around the entire window. Otherwise, you're going to have problems with the hinges. And you can see right here, the hinges on the right and the left are basically right in the stucco. And I'm not saying the window doesn't work fine. I'm not saying that it won't work fine. But let's face it, if the stucco would have been another 1/16 of an inch, let's just say, and that's pushing it because the stucco is right up against the hinges, then this window might not be able to open. Let's take a look at the top of the window frame where it meets the stucco, and you can basically see that there's about 3/8 of an inch, maybe even 1/4 of an inch between the wood casement, the wood opening, and the stucco. And this is the reveal I'm referring to. This should be the same around the entire window, and you can see when it's on the sides that it really isn't. It's actually, it's almost, there is no reveal in some spots. The stucco's right at the frame. So this video is just basically to show you what could happen if you install casement windows or windows, doors, with hinges that are going to be set back in stucco, or even if you're going to run L metal, J metal around the perimeter of a door or a window. You could end up with a problem like this. I mean, if you could just imagine opening a window like this with the stuccos just a little bit too far into the hinges, or if you're actually stuccoing a wall, you're on your brown coat and your brown coat's is tight against the hinges, you're not going to be able to put a finish coat on it. With that said, I understand that this is not the most common method of construction. You're not going to run into this every day. But again, that's why I'm making these videos, to help you guys and gals who are in the business try to eliminate or at least reduce some of the mistakes that we make. And again, this mistake right here, I mean, it could be a nightmare. And these are problems that a lot of times they get passed on to the next contractor. The framer builds the walls. He doesn't make the opening wide enough. The window guy comes in to set the windows. They don't set it in the right spot. Then then it's up to the lather and the stucco contractor or workers to make everything look right. And it just doesn't work that way all the time. So if you are going to do something like this, make sure that you inform the framer, make sure that the guy that sets the window, make sure that the lather, the stucco contractor, make sure that they are all on the same page and that they understand what's going on. The stucco guy might need an inch, where the framer might think that they only need 3/4 of an inch. And of course, that could be a big problem. Of course, there is a solution to this problem, but most of the time it isn't used, and that would be to actually have a pre-construction meeting and figure out what needs to be done. And the biggest problem with pre-construction meetings is that a lot of times they don't foresee things like these. So again, this would go back to where someone who knows what they're doing could really bring a lot of benefits to a construction project. And I just don't see that. It just doesn't seem like we have as many qualified project superintendents, people who understand the entire process. We have too many people that are specialized in one particular trade. And of course, this is what we get as a result of that most of the time.